Welcome students. In this new semester, that is semester 5th, we are going to study a very new subject, that is internet and web technology. Actually, this particular subject is concerned with the applications and the characteristics of internet and web tech, and the subject code for this particular subject is CS504. So and in this subject, in the unit number 1, a total, we can say, introduction part is given, and this particular introductory part of this unit number 1 gives an overview of the whole subject, we can say, and basically we can say that this introductory part will give the insights of the whole subject. And so let us begin first with the introduction part. We can say for the very first introduction for the internet technology. So introduction to internet is our first topic of this particular we can say presentation. So let us begin, students. That is unit number 1, introduction, and the topic is introduction to internet. Now in this we are going to study certain points which I have noted here. The contents which are covering the points for the introductory part of the internet are introduction. Then topic number 1, that is we will discuss about the evolution of the internet. Then we will discuss about the characteristics of the internet. Then we will discuss about the applications of the internet. Finally, we will study about the learning outcomes or the student effective learning outcomes, basically, which will help us to relate certain particular topics to certain number of points, which we will be able to, we can say, infer after studying all these above mentioned points. Then we will see the research scope, means what are the various areas where actually the internet finds research, and there is an, means we can say, possibility that further research is required in these areas, so that those areas we are going to discuss in the research scope. Then we will see the references. Now we will just begin with the very first topic, that is introduction. And if we talk about the introduction, then the very first question which comes in our mind, that is, what is internet? What is the definition of the internet? How internet can be defined? So simply if we define internet, then internet is a global network of networks. We can simply define internet to be as global network of networks. Someone has rightly said that the world is a small place. With the advent of the internet, this saying seems realistic, and obviously the internet has really brought the world together, and the distance between the several different geographical locations have also reduced or minimized, we can say. So if we talk about the internet advent, or with the advent of the internet, we can say that actually the world now has become a very small place. So we can say that internet is actually global network of networks. Now when we talk about internet, there is also a terminology which needs to be discussed, that is web. What is web? It is also referred formally as World Wide Web. What is World Wide Web? World Wide Web is a collection of information which is accessed via the internet. So whatever may be the information we can say is present on the different networks, that is actually, that collection of information is actually referred as a World Wide Web, and this can be accessed with the help of the internet. Now there are several internet advantages which we all see in our day-to-day life. Like for example, if you talk about the online services, then several banking, we can say banking transactions and e-shopping etc. can be done via these online services. Then if we talk about the education and technology, then there are several applications which are present for the students, like e-learning apps etc. There any particular subject regarding query, if the students find, then they can easily solve those queries taking the help of the internet applications. So and technology, of course, education and technology, if the students want to learn some new technology, like for example regarding machine learning and AI and any particular new research topic, if they want to we can say get the information, if they want to get the information regarding such new research areas, so they can easily get it through the internet. Then also there are social networking sites like for example Facebook, Twitter etc. These are helpful for we can say the relatives etc. who are sitting at distant places at different countries. Then in that case we can say that actually the internet has brought them all together so that they can communicate with one another very much easily. And so social networking has basically we can say that have made possible that the relatives etc., friends etc. can communicate with one another with a very much ease using just an internet connection. They can talk to one another. Then there is an entertainment field, and we can say that for example certain particular songs etc. can be, we can say, downloaded from the internet etc. So there are certain key areas where we can say that internet finds its wider application. Now what is again a different definition regarding the internet? Internet is defined as an information superhighway to access the information over the web. We can say that information superhighway, we can consider it, means internet we can consider it to be an information superhighway to access the information over the web. However, it can also be defined in several following ways also, means there are also some other definitions, there can be some other definitions also for the internet. Like for example, internet is a worldwide global system of interconnected computer networks. Now if we talk about a more wider definition, a broad we can say that a broad definition for the internet, then it can be considered to be a worldwide global system of interconnected computer networks. Now what are these computer networks? Computer networks are basically we can say they are built up using several different connected networks, and those networks are actually connected through the routers, gateways, hubs, switches etc. Several connecting devices are there to actually make these particular different separate computer networks communicate with one another. So we can say that internet is a worldwide global system of interconnected computer networks. If we define internet in a more single line definition, then we can say that it is a worldwide global system of interconnected computer networks. And also it can be defined as an information superhighway to access the information over the web. Also internet, we know that it is accessible to every user all over the world, whether the user is sitting in the USA or whether the user is sitting in UK or in India. Internet is up to the reach of each and every person in the whole world. So we can say that every user has the accessibility rights and they can use the internet. Every user can use the internet, and sitting in any part of the country they can use the internet. So this is, we can say that it's a basic definition of the internet. So in these two slides we actually got that what actually internet is, and also we discussed about the internet advantages, because only the definition cannot give us the exact idea of the internet. Rather the definition of the internet should be talked along with the advantages which the internet provides. Now we'll discuss about the evolution of the internet. Actually the concept of the internet originated in 1969, and from then onwards it has undergone several technological and infrastructural changes. So if we talk about the internet origination, then when it got evolved, it actually originated in 1969, and it has from then it has undergone we can say several technological and we can say infrastructural changes. And if we talk about the exact origin of the internet, then this was actually devised from the concept of ARPANET. What was ARPANET? There was a project that is Advanced Research Project Agency Network, ARPANET. So ARPANET was such a we can say project concept which was actually we can say it was led by the United States Department of Defense. Means basically it was devised for as a base of military application. Means it was basically provided for the we can say military based application it was, and later on it means idea was actually applied to be used as an internet. So basically ARPANET was the, we can consider that it was the origin of the internet, and it was developed by the United States Department of Defense. And what was the basic purpose of ARPANET? Basic purpose was of ARPANET was to provide the communication among the various bodies of government. So here basically also means the basic purpose for the ARPANET was obviously for the it was basically evoluted for the or originated for the making the communication easy among the various bodies of government, but the main motive of the ARPANET was actually it was used by the US Department of Defense, and from then onwards the internet actually got means its origination or evolution started of the internet. So basically Advanced Research Project Agency Network, ARPANET, was the concept from where actually the internet was evolved. Originally there were only 4 nodes in the ARPANET. Those were called hosts. Now then after means this practical application which was actually came into existence, ARPANET, where actually there were only 4 nodes at the starting, formerly called hosts. So amongst those hosts actually the this particular network connectivity was tested, and this was actually carried on amongst only 4 nodes. In 1972 ARPANET spread over the globe with 23 nodes located at different countries, and thus it became known as internet. So basically in 1972 ARPANET was the technology which spread over the globe, means all over the world actually it spread it, and all over the world there were around 23 nodes where it was actually implemented, and all these 23 nodes obviously were located at different countries. This actually became to be known as internet term. So by the time with the invention of the new technologies such as TCP/IP protocols, DNS, WWW, browsers, scripting languages, etc. So we can say that internet actually kept on evolving. We cannot say that internet actually is a it's not a one-time concept that it evaluated and then just was being used. No, it's not that. Internet is actually still being in it's still in we can say a research process, or it's we can say it's still we can say the research is still ongoing for the internet. It's not that internet has completely evolved. Internet has not been completely devised or evolved still. Internet is a terminology which has finding advancements right from the early past few years till now. It has actually got several and undergone it has undergone several technological advancements, we can say. So as the internet got evolved from 1969, 72 and then till now, along with the advancements in the internet technologies, several technologies got invented, like for example transmission control protocol, internet protocol. There was a protocol which actually was defined for the internet connectivity only. So TCP/IP protocol suite was the one which actually got evolved. Then came the DNS, domain name system. Obviously the URL which the users type, they actually come under the certain particular system called as the domain name system. It's a hierarchical tree and it basically we can say categorizes several organizations, several educational organizations and several websites which actually we can see in our day-to-day life. Those actually can be, we can say that those have certain particular DNS part or the domain name system. Then www, World Wide Web, it's a group of networks, a collection of networks. Then browsers, several different browsers are there. Browsers help us to basically get the access to the internet. Then there are several scripting languages, like for example PHP, etc. Those are meant for designing several websites. Website creation is basically done using these scripting languages, etc. Website creation can be done with the help of these scripting languages. So by the time internet got evoluted right from the ARPANET, parallelly it also saw several advancements in these protocol areas also, like TCP/IP protocols, then DNS protocols, and scripting languages, browsers, etc. So all these protocol which I have mentioned over here, that we are going to see in our forthcoming chapters, which will come in this particular subject in future. So actually these protocols actually comprise the whole internet, and nowadays we can say that TCP/IP protocols, DNS, scripting languages, etc. We can say that these are the integral part or the components of the we can say the actual applications which are being carried on the internet. Those are carried on using these particular technologies. So we can say internet provided a medium to publish and access information over the web. So the information was not only on any particular paper. Like in the past, the information was recorded only on a certain particular paper. But with the advent of the internet, it was made possible that it could be floated on the web, so that each and every person who has an internet connectivity can get through that particular information, can have that access to that particular information. And so we can say that information could be published and information could be published and accessed over the web. So internet basically provided this opportunity that users sitting in any particular country can access the information over the web. So now we'll discuss about certain key characteristics of the internet. There is a very important characteristic regarding the internet, that is hardware and software independence. That is, there is no need for multiple platform independence, or it runs on the existing only. So there is not, if we talk about this particular characteristic, we can understand this, that we can access internet through our desktop computers also. We can access the internet applications through our tablet also. We can access the internet through our smartphones also. So is there any platform dependency? No. Whether we are using any particular browser, we are still able to access the internet. If the particular person has sent a particular email to another person, and the person who is a sender was using some different browser, and the person who is a receiver was using some different browser, so it's not the problem that the second person who is the receiver will not see the email as he was using the different browser. No, it's not the case. So this browser compatibility is a major advantage, we can say. So it's not that different browsers, if the users are using them, they are not able to access information or files, etc. They are not, of course they are able to access the files, of course they are able to access the emails. So we can say that there is no hardware software dependency regarding the internet. Internet does not rely on certain particular hardware or software. So it may run on the existing platform very easily. So we can say it's not only a characteristic, it's an advantage also of the internet. It's a benefit provided by the internet. Second, very simple user interface. If the internet connectivity is on, then simply the user goes on the browser, and the user is able to get access to the information which he wants to access through the internet. So simply the user interface is also very simple. It's not at all very complex. Simply the internet connectivity has to be provided and the user can access the internet. Then location independence. There is no location dependencies there for the internet. If we are sitting in train, then also we can access the internet for seeing certain we can say how our train is going on, and what is the status of the train right now, whether it is late, whether it is right time, etc. So any information we can sit in the train and get the information. If you want to book certain particular food items, then also sitting at our home we can order the food, and online food services are there actually available for this particular means. Online food services, delivery services are available. So the sitting at home we can order the food. So there is no location dependency present, right? Also rapid development at low costs. Earlier internet was quite costly, but now it's not the case. Internet has now become very less expensive, and it's means low cost, not at all expensive. We can say that at nominal cost we can have an internet connection, and we can simply means we can say access the information which we want to access through the internet. So we can say the costing has eventually reduced as the internet got we can say found the rapid advancement in the past few years. The costing also got reduced. There was a rapid development in the reduction of the costs. Now we can say that internet, obviously there is another introductory definition, or we can say it's simply a obvious application which we see all in our day-to-day life. That is, internet allows us to communicate with the people sitting at remote locations. Even if the person is sitting in the US and if the person is sitting in India, obviously they are able to communicate with the help of internet. There are various applications which are available on the web that use internet as a medium for communication. So obviously there are several different applications which are available through which the persons sitting in different geographical locations can also communicate with one another. One can find various social networking sites such as Facebook, Twitter. Then Google search engine is basically helpful for finding several informative means we can say any particular knowledgeable article. If the person wants to access, then he can access it through the Google search engine. So and also several different social networking sites are there, etc. So obviously nowadays we can say that the social networking sites have we can say the people, if they are sitting in different areas, then they can be brought together on a common platform like Facebook, Twitter, then Google for example, we can say for certain particular official meetings, Google Meet is a platform where the official meetings can be carried on. So these are certain we can say that key areas where the internet finds its wider application. One can search for any kind of information over the internet, information regarding various topics, such as one can find information regarding the areas like technology, whatever may be the new technology which is ongoing in the current scenario, the user can easily find it. Means the information can be easily provided to the user using the internet facility. Then health and science, regarding the information for the health and science, user can find information on the internet through the Google search engine. Social studies, geographical information, and information technology of products, etc. can be served with the help of a search engine. So we can say that there is a search engine which actually works when the internet connectivity is on, we can say, and any particular information we want to serve, that can be we can say, for example, technology related or health and science related or social studies or geographical information, or any particular products. If you want to identify that what kind of products these are, for example electronic items if you want to buy, then we can search it, means how the performance is being provided by this particular product. So this can be served with the help of the search engine. So we can say internet provides a facility where one can find information regarding various fields. Now obviously the applications of the internet we are going to discuss. Internet allows us to use many services like internet banking, online transactions, everybody is using in day-to-day lives. These are not the newer applications which I have been discussing over here. Rather, everybody is using in today's age all these applications. These are the common and of the obvious applications. Internet banking, online shopping, online ticket booking, obviously online bill payments, electricity bill payments, we all can do it very easily on the phones, mobile phones only. The data sharing, email, etc. Google Doc Sheets, Google Spreadsheets, etc. can be shared via the internet. Email forwarding, etc. can be done via the internet. Online shopping, obviously internet banking transactions. So All these are the basic and common applications which we come across and go through in our day-to-day life. We are already using these applications in our day-to-day life. Internet provides concept of electronic commerce that allows the business deals to be conducted on electronic systems. So generally the e-commerce has got a very widespread usage, and actually it is helping in the enhancing of the business for any particular business organization. So this was all about the internet, we can say the evolution, characteristics and applications which we discussed. Then this is these are the certain questions which I have mined out of these presentation slides which I have prepared. So the questions which come in our mind after studying all these presentation slides, that is, what is internet, how it was evoluted, what are the features of the internet, write down about the scope of the internet in future. So basically this assignment submission, when it has to be done, that will be notified to the students later on. Now student effective learning outcome, basically what we have learned from all these previous presentation slides, basically these internet introductory part slides basically provide us an ability to observe and develop sense making, logical skills for the abstract concepts. So whatever may be the abstract applications, concepts, etc. are already present, this presentation is giving us an ability to basically observe and make us understand that what actually the internet is providing, the services, applications, etc. Also the application of the concepts of the topic and its technological applications. Also we saw several technological applications which the internet finds in today's age. So basically these are the two effective learning outcomes which I think that the previous slides may be related to these particular learning outcomes. Now the research scope. Actually internet can be used in several application areas. There is no one particular area where the internet can be used. It can be used in several application areas, and where actually research finds a wider scope, or we can say that research can be carried on that particular area. So those areas can be, we can say that for example we have taken away cyber security. So several key areas are there where research can be further continued. Like for example cloud and virtualization security, machine learning technologies, data privacy, data centric security, software defined network security, cyber physical system security, industrial control system security, and numbers of cyber security key areas are we are taking over here. And just an example of cyber security where actually the internet, we can say, can be used further for further research work. So there are several key areas where the internet actually finds wider research scope. So we can say that now we can say that these are the basic introductory key points of the internet and web technology. Well, these are the means basically this article incorporates text and diagrams which I have included from the references which have been given below. So that's all for today. Thank you very much.